Oh, muted again. Hello, welcome everybody to tonight's Plumes of Hazard. I am Master Blast 09, and here are my cohorts. From the left to the right, we have Fubaka, the Angst for Slancha,
Zaracha farts.
and look at this little box that I have right here. It's a fidget toy, Study 77.
Well,
why wasn't I last? That threw me off.
Wait. I like Lord. Oh, jeez, thanks. Okay, so let's I'll let him finish.
Let him have his moment.
Yeah. You want some music to go with that? Here, I got something for you.
Fuck am I waiting on?
I don't know. What are you waiting on? I'm not gonna play it.
Oh, got somebody from Italy. Hello, Irmark.
Okay, well, that's good that we have actually somebody from Italy, because, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, niños de todas edades, we are going to take a little history lesson. I will ask my co-hosts to go ahead. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and mute themselves because they're not allowed to talk during this part. And so let's get to it. If you're in chat and you're paying attention and you're watching at home, this will take 10 seconds and we'll go from there. Okay, here we go. Ready? This is Holland. Holland is in the Netherlands. The Netherlands is in Holland. This is the somebody's unmuted. That's the color of their flag and what their country looks like. This right here is Greece, and as you can see, they're like yellow, so Greek yogurt and olive oil. And last but not least, there's going to be a rumble in the jungle, so watch for the fireworks. Stay tuned. Welcome. That's what happens when you get censored by a lawsuit. I am now unmuting my co-hosts. Oh, great. All right, cool. So they don't want to talk?
I didn't know if we're allowed to talk yet.
You guys want to be little bitches?
You didn't want to hear what my laughing sounded like, so.
Oh, I'll just play Kazoo all night. No problem.
Just sing, dance, pretend, and I like to have fun.
All right, that's enough of that. Welcome.
It's too dank right now.
What just happened in here?
What?
Damn. Mooch is in here already? What year is this? What time is it?
What, is he already off the phone with China?
He must know. he must know that I got something to talk about that involves him tonight. And you guys don't.
What's Mooch got to do with it?
Mooch gets voice tonight.
Yeah. We got some very disturbing things to talk about that involve Mooch. So stay tuned.
I can't wait.
Tonight's show is going to be all about bait and switch. We're not going to tell you what the punchline is. We're going to tell you to stay tuned, because that's how we do. Let's go make a Facebook post. Stay tuned. Watch tonight at whatever time we start.
At 11 o'clock or so. 11
o'clock. Yeah, that'll work. So stay tuned.
News at 11. This just in.
This just in. I was gonna play Dune Almodovar, and I saw Sean's face. I was gonna say, this just in. Sean still doesn't give a shit about vaping.
Nope. And some things that have been happening recently are making me even less.
Hey, first off, I'm actually reading about vaping right now.
Oh, that's good.
First time in a long time.
Wow. It takes assholes to get Sean to read about vaping.
Ooh, what else?
Drama. What do you want from me?
Ooh, what else?
Ooh, I'm gonna watch like other people's show tomorrow, and it'll be the first vaping thing I watched in a long time. I like drama.
Hey, Sean, are you gonna show that thing you showed me yesterday? I'll type in the chat.
Okay.
It was headless, and it was
Oh, I
awesome.
can. It's behind me right now.
Yeah, I thought you were going to talk about it. I didn't want to intrude on your news.
Hold on, let me
Oh, son of a bitch.
What?
I
No.
assume you have something amusing to do.
He's relogging.
I think
No.
you finally read my message in chat.
I got this thing the other day
Mm-hmm.
as a collector of Turtles memorabilia and shit. This is a very fantastic figure that I picked up at my local comic book store.
Picked up the salt and pepper cracked.
FIGGER, the very fantastic figure.
Yes. I kind of like that he had to drop because now whatever joke he had planned, I've already finished talking about it. Like, that makes me even happier.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Like, people are like, we're going to talk about the $3,500 Mokume Hadley. Okay, somebody spent $3,500 on a Hadley.
I don't want to talk about Goku.
Hey, it's in my news.
I didn't look at your news. I haven't opened the doc.
That's not my fault.
I don't have shit to talk about. Why would I put things in the doc? I have no need for that, right?
To not be a bitch and take mine.
Hey, you can talk about it and pretend that I didn't say shit later.
I'll do that. I'll totally do that.
shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're waiting for Mast.
Has anybody commented about Ahmed trimming the forest down a bit? I don't think so.
I think they're used to it now.
He does it every couple months, so
Yeah, he does, but it's usually a topic of conversation.
It's been like
hey, Mast is back, so I guess we could talk. I mean, do you want to talk a little bit about advocacy drama?
yeah.
Do you want to talk about advocacy drama, Mast? You brought it up.
Was the music playing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Why
okay.
don't we talk about
I can see it. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget who I am. So I was.
Is it Ben or is it Jerry? You tell me.
I was in with the wrong account. Let's just say that.
Ooh, what else?
And especially when we're going to be talking about shit that can, get the spooky man out there to spook us. I want to make sure I'm in the right account so they spook the right one. And when I got recording, so we have a friend of ours that I wouldn't so much say friend of ours, but someone who eats dog food that records everything that happens on the internet. This guy has a huge database. He does not work for the NSA, CIA, FSA, or SSHA, but he records everything. So if you ever need anything, you can kind of rewind time and get it from him. So anyways, yeah, let's talk about this thing called man, we're getting into the vaping shit right away. What kind of show are we? Like, aren't we supposed to just have normal conversations? And
No, like half hour.
I'm going to talk about some
bullshit
non-vaping shit later.
Yeah, let's do it.
I have specific non-vaping shit for later. We can talk about advocacy drama now if you want.
let's do it. Yep. Let's talk about it.
Go ahead. It's your topic. Go for it. You launch.
It is? I just got here.
You wanted to bring it up.
That wasn't me.
That's my evil twin brother.
It was.
This shit's turning into a bad soap opera already.
Felipe? Was it Felipe Moscando?
Oh, well, maybe. Apparently there's some shit happening in the vape scene, called drama again. I'm not going to say we've been drama free.
Fake news.
But apparently two of very, very prominent vape advocates, Dmitry Agragavraphagis and Stefan Didak, are going at it, each making these huge Facebook posts about each other. Dmitry made a post, and then you know how keyboard warriors are. They just go all out, and there was all kinds of comments on there and accusing or having proof, apparently, that Stefan, who's been on the show before, has done some shady shiat. And so apparently no. So let me back up. Here at the Plumes of Hazards, we make sure that any news that we bring you is actually factual and not hearsay or speculation. So let's put the big font.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah.
Yeah.
While you do that,
there we go. So basically, hang on, let me finish. So basically, we, again, there it is, speculation nation. This is all speculation. There are some things that Stefan has done in the past or has continued to be doing, according to Dimitri, that apparently are going to be all revealed tomorrow on Smoke Free Radio at I don't remember what time.
I don't know.
Which
Meeting of the fucking Midnight Society.
Yeah, which is a show that Dimitri has. So you can go in and tune into that tomorrow if you want to follow the drama. If someone's been done wrong and there's proof, then by all means, pick out the pitchforks and peanut butter.
Oh,
so
I have pitchforks.
I'm in a kind of oddly unique position to talk a little bit, given that I was on the board of Not Blowing Smoke.
Hang on. Key word: used to be.
Yes.
Yes.
But my guess,
you left that Dog and Pony show a long time ago.
I did. But I mean, my guess is that some of these allegations would be going
Once
away.
you're in the game, you're always in the game,
So I will say that during the time that I was there, straight up and no bullshit, any of the potential things like filtering money or stealing money or like any of that crap, I never saw it. I mean, every expenditure was a board vote. So
That's the
stuff.
That's the trick with stealing money, is so other people don't see it, right?
Sure. But I never saw anything out of the ordinary like that. What I will say is that one of the reasons that I left is because of drama.
Yeah.
The advocacy world is dramatic. It's a war. This war between these two has been going on way longer than since last night.
Well, and let's face it, all of vaping has been about drama. Like since the beginning. I mean, I won't say since the beginning. Once people, a little bit, right?
No, I was agreeing. I don't think it's been like this forever.
Right, okay, yeah. So in the beginning, no. Once people that got into vaping, again, this is not saying that people who are having issues right now are about just money. Once people got into vaping because of money, that's when a lot of the shit basically, people are going to say, oh, well, it's a business and money and you made mods and you made money. Absolutely. But I didn't get into vaping because of money. I got into vaping because of what it was. And I think that once that started, I mean, guess what? Guess what gives you ratings? Drama. Guess what gives you sales? Drama. Guess what gives you notoriety? Drama. I mean, let's go back.
Experienced industry is why more than
let's see. I remember a person once saying, I think it was like a bum on the side of the street or something, saying, what was it? Any publicity is good publicity.
Cutwood agrees.
Cutwood agrees. I mean, look at Cutwood. Cutwood went from
that guy that looked like an orc said.
Yeah, Cutwood went from
looks like
nothing,
any more specific.
from not even being a known company to all of a sudden having their fucking name plastered on the side of an F1 car or whatever the hell it was. In every store. Yeah, seriously. Like, why? Because of titanium dioxide. One little thing and one little thread that blew up, and on it went. I mean,
Thanks, Obama.
I think one thing we do need to throw out here, and that's not speculation, so I will not put Speculation Nation down here because this is a straight up fact, and I will credit Motherhead for he reminded me of this. It's true. He said Stefan once flagrantly walked around Dallas flagrantly cosplaying as a bald Danish cowboy, and he did because I saw him do it.
I posted a picture in the Facebook group. Dude.
I stole his hat and ran away.
No.
Yeah. And so we're not sitting here. We're not sitting here rooting for one team or another. But if you want something better to watch other than drama, I mean, why not watch the Ideal Ohm Show, where on this Thursday, Ruby and Grim Green are going to be on the show.
There you go.
Why not
all their clone needs.
When I watch the IDOM show, sometimes I think it's like the Twilight Zone. It's like the Plumes Twilight Zone. Yeah. And you just fade back into weirder times.
So speculation aside, too, when I saw the thing from Dimitri, I went and looked, and I'm sure there's some crossovers. So I'm not dogging on this other show, but I don't remember the name. It's like the militia, or it's not the vaping militia. The Advocacy, or I guess X. Didn't they stop? I think they stopped doing that. Anyway, but it's something like that. Anyway, they were on another show, and they had Dimitri on, and that apparently was what Dimitri was talking about, of Stefan feeding him, feeding this show bad information or whatever. So I watched it.
Well, hold on, because I can fill you in on that show. Do you remember a long time ago when I talked about that huge conspiracy theory that Phil Basardo was at the heart of? Okay, so that's the show that started that theory.
Oh, okay. So, and I don't remember the name again, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I watched it earlier, and I can't remember. But what I will say is, I watched like 30 or 45 minutes worth of that interview. I put it on my other monitor while I was working today, and I listened to it. And there were some things, and because one of the hosts did say, I talked to Stefan for the first time the other day. He said, I don't know him until the other day, but I talked to him, and he said these things, and he like bulleted out a couple things. And Dimitri, I thought, was very even-handed, and he's like, oh no, this is how I saw it, and this is what happened from my point of view. And I really thought it was like really reasonable exchange. I don't know what the vile, like the vitriol. I don't know where the anger came from Dimitri after that. So maybe I'm missing something, but I did try to do a little bit of something for you. I just didn't see it. I don't know what that was about.
This has been like, all right. So one of the reasons why I left Vaping Advocacy, and I will say that of all the groups that I've worked with, the only one that's been very good at this is Kasa. Kasa has been very good at staying out of all of this crap. Inception. Very, very good at it. But one of the reasons that I left is because all this crap was going on behind the scenes. There was all this inter-advocacy fighting and all this, all of everything, right?
Mm.
So, I mean, it was bad enough then, and it kind of kills some of the legitimacy when there's all this infighting and all this backstabbing and shit. It's worse when it's public, because when you make it public like this, like, what's the faith to have?
Well, it kills any confidence.
I mean, okay, but hang on. Yes, it's worse when it's public, but it's also bad when it's hidden and private.
Oh, it was really bad then too.
Because there's ways you make it public and you have all these people who are following it, going on about it. And then you're doing it on the side where you, not as yourself, make a post somewhere that then blows up. I mean, let's not forget the Dr. Creamy thing, where it was this guy, nobody knew who it was, and made this post, and then it blew
like, I'm not trying to get publicity or anything, but
it's further segmentation of the vaping community that, as Mooch just said in chat, kills legitimacy.
Yep.
This infighting kills legitimacy.
It does. No matter who you think was the right. No matter who you think was the right in this, like if Stefan was in the wrong or if Dimitri was in the right, it doesn't matter. But this speaks to the same thing we've been saying for years now on here, where it looks bad on all of us, really, and that's why it's never, we're never really going to get like a focused effort to push anything through the federal government when we can't even agree to not be dicks to each other.
And I mean, I've now read both posts, right? Because I had missed the second.
Yes. I did that too.
So I've now read both posts, and in both posts, there's a call from both of these individuals. And be this what it may, right, wrong, or indifferent, I don't know who's right or wrong in this scenario, and I'm not taking sides like that. But both individuals have asked the community to stand behind them, basically.
Yeah.
So both individuals are asking the community to split and stand behind one or the other. A comment about, I hope he loses sponsors and Smoke Free Radio isn't allowed to do that, versus I got all this crap and all this dirt and blah, 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 and you should hate this guy. So it really, we're working against ourselves, and we have always been working against ourselves as much as we've been working against this massive, like, threat in the sky.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like the gif of Homer, like, disappearing into the bush.
Well, here's the funny part. You bring this to someone who, let's say it is a vapor, but is a vapor because they walked into their local B&M, got a kit, and progress to something else, and then that was it. They don't watch reviewers, they don't watch YouTube, they don't listen to fucking shock radio, they don't buy shit on Faststick, none of that. Okay, let's just think about that for a second. There were some responses because there was a Reddit thread made of people who have no idea who these people are, what they do, or any of that, and they say, holy shit, these are the people that are representing us when it comes to advocacy. You know,
that says a couple different things, though. That also says that guy has no idea who's representing him in vaping advocacy.
But that's the thing. I mean, he's still a vapor. You know why I say that? Because the first thing any of the fuckers in advocacy tell you, they're like, oh, well, you know, great. At least you're vaping. That means it's keeping you off the smokes. So let's not try to be saying that, oh, well, this person doesn't know about advocacy, so shame on him. Because to them, none of that matters. They care because they're, you know, not smoking anymore. You see what I'm saying? Yes, they might not know the, you know, where we're at in vaping with advocacy, right? So they might just be, you know, mindless drone that, you know, hey, they're vaping. That's all they care about. But, you know, to the outside world, people are like, what is this? This is a joke. Especially if these are the people who are supposedly, you know, advocacy leaders, you know, for vaping. So just a different perspective from someone. I mean, show it, you know, show the comments back and forth to people who have nothing to do with vaping and see what they say. I mean, right. You know, it's always good to get that perspective, because even if we, you know, we can try to say till we're blue in the face that we're not, we're impartial and all that other stuff. And we try to be here as much as possible. I mean, shit. How many times have I gone back and you know, corrected myself on, or said I told you so on videos that have come up about, you know, whether it's been companies that have been on the show that have done pre-orders that, you know, we told people to know and stay away from, to, you know, and you know, people point shit out all the time, and we will go back and correct it. So again, everything, you know, that we said earlier is all speculation on what's going on between them. Best we can tell you is if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you can, you know, read between the lines and some of the posts and make your own conclusions. So, but that is drama, and that is what people, I mean, some people want. So, not here. We give it to you right away. We don't hold it till the end.
I will say this. Dimitri's shoulder pads and his suits, they're a little ridiculous. I can say that.
So, Ahmed, you said the other day about the doing the what you're vaping thing earlier rather than later in the show. We should do that now. What are you vaping on?
Well, I busted something out that I haven't vaped in a while.
Yeah?
Yeah, I busted it out like a couple hours ago. El Philip Roque.
Mm.
On the Kennedy, back in the mix, on the red box. That's some British guy made. His name's Nigel. He likes to eat hot shit.
Yeah, he does.
Yo,
Yeah, he does.
Yo, that's dope. That's a dope box. You gonna be talking about it a little bit more? Or?
Yeah, well, when we get to the news, if we still do that. Yeah. Yeah, so that's in the Kennedy. Kennedy's back as well in the mix.
You need a tip on that thing, man.
What?
That orange tip on that red box was weird.
Dude, it's a color changing one. It gets lighter.
Oh, yeah?
I'll see if I can mouth it enough and get it to change.
Wait, it gets lighter. You don't want it to get lighter. You want it to get darker.
Mm.
No, darkness does not spread on this tip.
Speaking of darkness, Labyrinth Liquids just left chat. Well, fuck you too, Labyrinth Liquids.
Maybe you just had to reload.
I got.
Oh yeah.
There's always the Mulciber with Pissed on the limo. My Evade's upstairs. It's on the dining table. I forgot it there. Has a Nardo on it. It's abolished, man.
What else?
What else? What else, Angsty?
Oh, hey guys. Grammy here. Make sure you come see us Thursday at 4 p.m. On the Ideal Home Show.
Working
so-
Eastern.
It sounds like a
4 p.m.
fucking
Eastern.
kindergarten teacher.
See you guys there.
As per usual, Art Mod Dia, Bill Cap Nada on top, Open Tip, Poe Edition, and Rail Cracker inside. And my Rev 4 has got the Exocet Owen on top, and Polishment. And this week I did break out the old Evo because I have a new Addy to talk about. That's not mine. It was lent to me, but we'll talk about it a little bit. But it's called the Floud, and right now actually Rail Cracker's in there, and I've changed that, and I'll tell you why in a little while. But those are the three things I'm vaping on, Sean.
I have a Dio with the Nardo with abolishment. Mass.
I have a deal with a Nardo with abolishment. Sean. I have Ahmed screen clicked, and I was trying not to look at his face. He fucking cracked me up. Damn it! I should have been looking at Angsty. I have a deal with a Nardo and abolishment.
I let it get all the way through before I laugh. Rolls in reverse.
No, I almost deleted it.
It caught me off guard.
What's this guy been up to?
Clearly.
What's this guy been up to?
I'm actually going to talk about him tonight.
Damn it, Bobby.
Oh, all right. Can I wear this while you talk about it?
You should. You should
Hell
wear
yeah.
it while I talk about it.
Okay. And I would wear this, but that new movie coming out with him in it looks like shit. So
Oh, wait a minute. But let's compare it to Batman vs. Superman, which was
okay.
a pretty terrible movie.
Hang on a second. Here, we have a long period of time for tonight's show. So let me find out, why is it? Okay, Zack Snyder is the director's name, right? Right, Sean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll direct these questions to.
Wasn't it?
Hang on. I'll direct these questions to Sean. Damn, Texas, slow your roll. So, why is it that all his fucking movies are shot through a dirty, darkened lens? All the movies that he's done, they're all fucking dark. Zack Snyder.
Because Christopher Nolan's Batman's success.
Yeah, but it's different. It's like the colors are just faded.
Yes. It's made for really bad movies. But after the success of Christopher Nolan's Batman, they decided that the only way they're going to have success is if they do this unbelievably dark.
That movie was supposed to be like that. Everything else
It was supposed to
like...
destroy evil, not become it.
You've never seen the take it too far thing. One thing's a success.
Yes.
They try the same formula over and over again.
Yes. I also saw where the guy took like half the movie and changed the colors on it and brightened it all back up during
It made Superman look so much better.
Superman. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't make the movie any better though.
No, it really doesn't.
Shit.
Hey, I'll say one thing. You know where I think Warner Brothers does a good job? In their TV universe.
And they're what?
In their TV universe, because The Flash is awesome.
How about Teen Titans
really
Go?
And last week, no, I'm not talking about. No, I'm not doing
Yeah,
that.
don't do that. I'm not there yet. I'm the week behind.
No, I'm not doing Teen Titans Go. That's not happening because Young Justice got canceled for that, and Young Justice was fucking amazing.
Young Justice sounds like a Cash Money Millionaire.
Last week's Flash episode was a musical, and it wasn't like Buffy musical good, but it was close.
Yeah.
Not to mention, everybody from The Flash has like a huge musical background. Like half of those guys were in other musicals or like sing for a living prior. Like they have the cast to do it. And it was a Supergirl Flash crossover musical, and it was fucking awesome. Like it was exactly like the campiness that the Flash should be, right? It was campy and wonderful, and I loved it. I really did.
That's
But
terrible.
I stick to the TV shows because at least they kind of get the grasp of the characters appropriately, and they don't need to use a lens that's 5 shades darker than the sun.
You know, I miss Ideal Show Craig. sending me videos, gay porn videos in the middle of our show. He was doing that last week.
He's been sending them all to Nick since Nick's going on.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, he's probably sleeping right now. So, if you're listening, Craig, I hope you dream of me. And you pee, and you pee the bed.
You gonna put his finger in some warm water, man?
If I ever get the chance to get over to that side of the town, yeah. You know what's funny? Something I didn't know about Derby, where he lives, is that whole town is ran by Rolls-Royce. Their engine manufacturing for planes is, I mean, you say Derby, it's Rolls-Royce. And
They have
right?
Ben out there?
Huh? They have what?
Ben and Jerry's, do they have it out there? Not in Derby.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah. There's special flavors for over there. Basically,
what
basically
do they have coal.
Well, no, it's reduced sugar to try to save whatever teeth they have left. And Rocky Road has been specially formulated so it doesn't get stuck in your teeth.
Hey, Flitzy just joined, and I want to say get well soon, Flitzy. I know you had some surgical procedures recently.
Mass, would you put in a magic bullet?
Hey, Flitzy. I hope you're doing better.
Oh dear. You know what? Something that Sean mentioned a minute ago, and I don't want to bring up the topic again, but I do want to say that it was the Vaping Legion was the show name that I couldn't remember earlier. Thank you, thank you, Sean. Just to be factual and that thing. Yes, right. So Sean mentioned this a few minutes ago. I'm going to pretend that he didn't do it and mention this again. So I saw randomly, because somebody mentioned it, somebody bought an Atomizer off of one of those high-end raffly auction-y kinds of sites. And first, I'd just like to show you the Atomizer. So let's just look. I'm going to start sharing right now. Tell me when it pops up.
It's up.
Okay. So in case you haven't seen, this is basically a Mokumi Hadley.
Oh, Momokumu.
Momokumu. Well, this one actually is Momokumu.
Well, hang on. Hold on. Before you go into any further, Angsty, I'm not necessarily going to talk about the Addy and what happened there, but people in chat or now, Mokumu is made from brass. What else is in it? There's 3 metals.
Cow dung.
And zebra. He treated zebra skin.
Yes.
But anyways, it's 3 metals that are blended together. Not blended together, but I'm guessing via heat smashed over together, kind of like
Damascus.
Like Damascus,
yes.
And Damascus and all the other variations. So that thing looks like it belongs on Don Johnson's Johnson.
It kind of looks like a dashiki.
That's exactly right, Basti. It looks like basically it's made out of 3 metals that are very ugly, and when you make an entire thing out of it, like we talked about a long time ago, that some things look really good, like abalone on a billet box, looks good as an accent on the button, but you make a whole thing out of it and it's ugly.
Abalone has a first name.
It's TNT for you. Okay, so you take more shit and you put it together, and what are you supposed to get? You get more shit.
No, what you get is $3,500 is what you get. That is what this Hadley sold for. 35.
Dude, it looks like it was made out of a fucking Capri Sun.
Yeah, it's So regardless of what you think about it, here's the deck.
Oh my god.
So regardless of what you think about it, and to be honest, taste is everything. It's personal, whatever.
Hang on. It looks like my kid took a freaking permanent blue marker and just started drawing all over it.
Yeah.
Looks like
So what I don't understand is got nothing to do with
It's Saudi royalty vaped.
It's the Hadley. There's nothing wrong per se with the Hadley. It's a perfectly decent atomizer, but there is literally not one. And by not one, hold on, let me get my camera thing set up, and it's just so you can hear me. There is no atomizer, in my opinion, worth $3,500. None of them. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I don't even care if you like the way it looks. It's dumb to pay that much in vaping.
Well, hang on. What if you took
No.
Where's my shit? No, wait. Hang on. What if you took an Addy? Let's say your favorite Narda. Okay.
Yes.
And you wrapped it with. What if I took a Narda and I'm talking to J Vapes, to J Raps right now.
Yeah.
Via chat. What if you took the Narda and did a wrap of this on it?
Oh
yeah. Fucking $3,000.
Still not worth $3,500. So here's my favorite part. So again, I am totally for anybody spending their money on whatever they want. If he wants to spend $3,500 and I think it's ridiculous, that's fine. Free country, do what you want. But the funniest part about this is that was listed for like a one-day showcase kind of thing, right? And especially two dudes were like, upping each other's bid.
Going at it.
500 beans. The best part was the next day they listed another one. and this one's only going for $1,500. So the other guy that didn't make it is getting one for $1,500.
Jesus, not as dumb.
Dude, seriously, please tell me we can wrap can we wrap a Narda in this and try to put it up for sale, please?
I want a fucking mocha latte.
Please.
Here's the thing about auction that's very interesting to me. In a raffle scenario where you pay 10 or 50 bucks, 10 or 15 bucks, 20 bucks, whatever.
Yeah.
If you win, like, you have some sale value there. When you're in an auction scenario, this one is a really good example because the second one went live. There is one person in the vaping community who is willing to pay $3,500, and he just paid it.
It's already done.
He's
and the
not
next guy that's willing to pay almost that much just got one himself for half.
The maximum value is $3,500, and that will probably never reach that again. So that's it. Like, you got it. You're stuck with it. You're never getting your money back.
I honestly, I hope the guy loves it. I hope he loves it so hard. I do. I hope he does, because you're right. He's probably never going to get that back.
That thing better like suck his dick, man. Jeez, that's a lot of money. That's like more than a down payment on a car. I guess it's nothing to him.
Links to the pics. You can't have them. I lift. I did.
Here, give me them. I'll put them up. I'll put them up. They can screen cap them.
Yeah, there you go. There's one. And
there's this one. You can have this one too.
Here's the fruit stripe one.
Just fucking have it. Look, you can even have any of those colors. Come on.
Custom.
Well, here's my problem. All right, it's not a problem. Whatever, you can fucking make whatever you want out of whatever, right? I mean, MythBusters polished a turd and it polished, but you got these guys running out of ideas on what to make for the high-end market anymore. Okay, think about it. High-end market used to be this metal, that metal, blah blah blah, and then they started making shit out of muka muka moo moo moo. Well, that shit, just because it's factor, and it looks like a fucking blowtorch zebra, fucking sells for a bunch of fucking money. I'm just serious, because 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, that's what started selling. Tips. And hey, if that's your style, then by all means have at it. But
yeah, all right. So that was, again, I just thought that was super funny. And I'm glad. I hope somebody else got a laugh out of that, because it cracked me up.
Thank you for doing that.
Thank you for making me feel better about myself with the
I still say
Addy.
Massey 2018 stripe baby. Hey, how about that prediction for 2017? More stripes.
Momoku tie.
Yo, 3D printed fruit stripe mods. Bam.
Oh shit.
Yo, 3D printed fruit
I'm getting the
stripe
site right now.
Yo,
I'm getting the
Masty.
site right now.
Yo.
And when you go to the site, it'll be like MySpace where it played music, and you'll be like that.
We have fun.
That actually was kind of fucked up because it's like like that. You just get to the site and the shit just starts blaring.
It was always something whack.
I know. I fucking hated the sites. You know which one always got me was you go to the site and you'd be scrolling. You have your speakers turned up because you were just jamming, but now it's quiet time at the parents' house, and all of a sudden you heard, "Congratulations, you just won an iPad."
Like, no, I didn't.
Holy
Massey,
shit!
can you play Ride the White Horse and have the guys doing this number from the kazoo
Sure.
kid?
Sure, here we go. Ready? Shit, I don't know if I can roll it.
You started to just a minute ago. There it is. That's what I want.
There you go, right there. Oh, shit. All right, that's enough of that. We're probably gonna get fucking fruit stripe.
Yeah.
Timestamp.
Anyways,
I'm mad I didn't mean to step on you with my silly. Did you have anything to talk about?
Yeah, I do, and I hope they burn in hell.
what's fucking fruit stripe still up on the screen? Oh no, it's not. Never mind.
So, last week I said I was getting some vanilla rice from Toonie. I did. You know what happened?
You vaped it.
I vaped it all.
Ooh.
Damn, son.
For two reasons. One, it being 1.5
bad.
milligram because Toonie mixed it the way he vaped because he vaped 1.5 milligram. He sent me the way he mixed it.
Mm-hmm.
Two, it's yummy as fuck, dude.
So if it's Rice Krispie treats, surely it tastes like
No, it's a rice pudding.
it's rice pudding. Okay. Gotcha.
A little bit of cinnamon, no.
Is it ricey?
It's it reminds me kind of like how light like cozy custard is, like how Lab Rat does his shit. Like it's a very it's very flavorful, but at the same time it's very light. It doesn't linger. You know, like the Philip Rock is delicious, but it lingers like in your nose because of the flavors.
Yeah.
So the vanilla rice is super light and creamy and smooth, but not overpowering in the slightest regard. And that was vaping it at super high tit chucking power is very nice.
Was that right?
Yeah, dude, I killed the bottle in like less than 24 hours. True. It was yummy. That said, I think he's going to be sending me another bottle of 3 milligram because it's really
Nice.
Yeah, it's really good.
Anxie, do you think we should do a contest where if the winner wins, we send them a pair of these to make an Addy out of? All right, and I'll put the zebra shit. I'm done.
Anyway, moving on. By the way, thank you, Toonie. I thanked him already, but I'm going to thank him again because it was very nice of him to make my dream a reality, and in my Addy in very little time. So, by the same token, one of his friends, his name is Giancarlo. I know he's from New York. It's how you know he's from New York. aka Omegaddon. He sent me some juice that I got. Sent me 4 flavors. I'll be honest. I've only had 2 so far. Omegaddon eliquid.com, I believe, is his site. He's got 2 lines. One's the Omegaddon line, one's the Duck Pond e-liquid. It's actually quite cute. There's a little ducky on it.
Oh my God. Hang on, Ahmed. Listen, people, I'm not hating on Makamum, the metal, okay? The Makamum that's out there that you see in knives and you see in rings and all that
Don't
other
talk
shit,
shit about the Macarena.
it's not that color. Go look it up. It's not that fucking ugly ass zebra color. Look up Makamum fucking metal, and you're not going to get a result of that zebra shit. All right, continue. Sorry. Huh?
It's Mokumi Tai.
That's Moku Tai.
It's titanium.
Titanium.
Yeah, it's Mokumi titanium.
And it is that zebra stripe.
Salted caramel mocha.
It's not
Okay.
that color unless you ano it, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you ano the titanium, which they typically
Yeah, but even but even still, there's still a lot of stuff that's Mokumi Tai out there that is not that like stark in the coloring, right? I think like they overdo it with
most Moku Tai is pretty stark that I've seen.
Is it? I don't know.
Some people really love that flare. Like it's a little much for me, but like, people really love that flare.
That's the thing. Well, that's what I was saying. I like the flare. I like it. It's fine as an accent.
Yes.
When you make an entire thing out of it, it looks goofy.
I've legitimately looked at knives and thought about buying knives where they use it as like a thin strip accent.
Yeah, there's a great razor that does that.
Yeah, and that's the one that I wanted.
It's
that specific knife.
One of the ones it's the brothers of mine that came out of that line.
I don't give a fuck what you want. Let me talk.
Like I'm gonna see if I can't find a picture of it now.
This
Anyway.
okay. So I just pulled up pictures. You might as well. What? You never have any fucking news. It looks.
Give me some tech time, bitch.
That right there is Moku Tai done pretty well.
Yes.
Like thin strip, accent piece, pretty appropriate.
Badass.
I like
That's the Midnight Razor. It's one of the ones like
it
mine.
is. And there's a few other razors specifically that use a very similar coloring pattern that are really pretty. But when you do the whole knife out of it, it does not look as good.
Yeah, or like this. What the fuck? That looks anodized. That is Moku Tai.
It is anime.
So freaking stripe gum. Same shit. Great flavor.
It looks like some Lisa Frank shit too. That one's specific.
Dude, whatever. I'm done. Sorry.
You need to get that out of the system.
Moku.
Continue.
Speaking of Moku. Anyway, so he sent me some stuff. The two flavors I did try were Fat Tony. It's an interesting flavor profile. It's an RY4. You know, I like my RY4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, you know how much I like my RY4 with cheesecake and bourbon. It's pretty good. I like it. Me personally, my personal bias with RY4s, as I will say about this one, just because of how I like my RY4s. More caramel, please. Love caramel.
Like that caramel. Huh?
Yeah, with that, it just that's like one of the few like excessively sweet things I'll treat myself to is like a super sweet RY4 because it's so good.
Super sweet.
It's pretty good. The other one is Java Monster. That was not Java Monster. That's a monster drink. Disco Java. I don't have the fucking bottle here. It's also on my dining table. Fresh recommended me this flavor specifically.
Fresh.
Or told me to get in touch with me and send it over. That's like a coffee candy flavor, and that's good. It's pretty good. My personal recommendation: I wouldn't vape it too scaldingly hot, just because it is a coffee flavor, and coffee flavors, no matter what it is. Even this Philip Rock, I'm teetering on this build. In terms of heat, so it's good. It's well done. It's not too offensive, if you will. So I will link him in the chat and in that thing, the description.
In the doobly doo.
Yeah, for the YouTubes. last order of business. So there's this right cunt we know named Nigel.
Mm.
Nigel was his name. Oh, timestamp. He is a modder. He's been modding for a long time, and we've probably mentioned him on more than one occasion on the show.
Because his powder coating is out of control.
His powder coating is tight. His wiring's tight. His president is black. His Lambo's blue. God damn if this powder coat was too, but it's red, unfortunately. But
close enough.
the orange cap is what I had to match. It's the most close thing to match that I have. I don't, have too much red in my arsenal. There's some pink. There's pink. I don't know if I have any pink to match, but
What kind of box is it?
so this thing showed up on Friday. I believe it was Friday, right? Yeah, it was Friday it showed up. And had to be signed for. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I saw it was from him. And I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch. It's a G box. The same boxes that like the Titan V2s come in. Alpine boxes, except this is his powder coat. Hammer tone. Stop.
Delicious.
Stop. Hammer tone. It's a PWM box series. There's the PWM chip right there. I forgot to ask him which PWM chip this is. I am not sure if this is one of the ones that Lasty has done on a previous tech time. However, it's a very, very tiny master on-off on this bish. Can we see that?
Focus. You're close. Yep, there you go. Perfect.
Yeah, right there. Right there. Master on-off. Very neat.
Very, very cool.
Can
Can you show where the potentiometer is so we can see the ring?
This is one of my favoriteest bits about it. So you've seen that potentiometer on various mods through the times, right?
Yeah.
However, look at that nice little rim around it.
Little
That
bezel.
stainless ring.
Easel.
The effort. The effort. Let me tell you, the effort. The effort.
Now, Nigel has proven that you don't have to have an overly ridiculous, expensive powder coating setup to make beautiful mods. I mean, I powder coat too, and he has over time perfected those colors, which I think they call that one the Red Dwarf, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and the blues that he's using now also.
Oh yeah, by the
Mind
way,
you-
this has a full size MyTech.
Mind you,
For
he has access to different powders overseas than we do in the U.S. because of regulations and stuff like that. So if he's wanting to, get colors from here from the U.S., which I think he has had shipped over there, it's a lot harder for him to get those, right? Versus here, we can, no problem. They ship them to you. But there is a difference in the chemicals in the powder overseas versus here. So
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, he's been not only does he do his own stuff, but for a while there, he was taking like inexpensive other mods, including like the squeeze box. Or no, what's that little?
The Pico Squeeze.
Yeah,
Pico
the squeeze. Yeah, that little guy. I mean, he's taken those things apart, stripped them down, and then powdered them, so they end up looking really cool.
yep.
If you go, he has an Instagram, SVB_mods on Instagram.
I have a picture because somebody who has one.
Pull it up. Yeah, Paladin. There's people in chat mentioning Danny Boy. I don't know if it's the GITD hammer tone, but Paladin Vape said, I know someone that has access to all types of powders from overseas. He gets stopped at customs though. Those are probably just white powders. We need the ones with color. We need the ones with colors in them. So
What did you just say?
nothing.
Okay.
No, don't make it easier for them to fucking timestamp, you asshole.
Timestamp.
I know that you are still part of the parliament, and you're working your magic here overseas. But anyways, yeah, that's the what's he called that one? The forget.
He calls the worn ones are like rat, right?
Rat
The
block.
rats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
and that finish, if you've ever powder coated and done stuff, is a pain in the dick to do. So he spends a lot of time with these.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and it involves powder coating, sanding, powder coating, sanding,
For reference,
powder coating, clear coating. Yeah.
here's
So,
the same box next to the same box. This is a V2 Titan, same G Alpine, right? Look how much. Well, I mean, granted, the MyTech's going to throw you off, but look how much it has a little bit of extra heft around all the sides, right?
is he using an Alpine G?
I showed you the inside.
One Titans, right?
Mm,
The V2 is
honestly, I'm not sure exactly what box he's using. Yeah, the milling looks the same.
Yeah, it's about
Just
the same.
the other box. It's and it's that style of powder coating too. That's pretty thick on there.
Yeah, that's
So
what I mean.
that's
His
gonna
powder
add-
coating added a little because it doesn't feel like a G. It feels like a little more than a G because of it. Like it added enough heft to where it's noticeable.
Yeah, it's actually it'll be good that you have it because you're gonna drop the fuck out of that. So we'll see how it holds up.
I haven't.
Bitch,
Dude,
get out of here.
It's been, straight up. It's been months.
what a week? No bullshit. It hasn't been months. Bullshit. You were just saying you cracked the sled in something not too long ago.
When the fuck did that happen?
I don't know. You tell me.
I didn't
Don't
crack any
I?
sled. I just got back my Titans that were in Eric's possession for months. He wanted to put the new sleds in them. I'm like, all right, we'll do it. I got the purple back. And generally these days, the Titans and stuff, they like maybe leave the house. It's the squonkers that usually go out that are in harm's way. And those have
Yeah.
been okay. So thank you, Nigel.
Lying. Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
That's all I gotta say to you. I know you've dropped mods.
I know. I have dropped mods.
Uh-huh.
Or shut the fuck up. You don't vape.
I don't vape at night. Don't make fun of me. If you would have been watching the Ideal Home show, I was fucking vaping it all through that whole show.
I vape
When I was on there.
zero
As a
at
guest.
night, so I can
Sleep.
Why is it 10 freaking PM and Ahmed is still talking? What world are we in? What the fuck is going on? Seriously. And then you got Sean over there with a fucking deer in the headlights look. Oh, now you looked away. Sean was literally like, he must be reading about vaping advocacy because he's like this.
No, I'm not reading about.
Now back to our regular scheduled programming.
Not vaping advocacy. I'm reading about other shit.
Ding, ding, got him.
It's other shit, not advocacy. I'm letting everybody else talking. I'm letting everybody else talk. I don't got shit to say.
Why not? We love your input.
I have no input.
Yeah.
We got
You
some
only have outputs. Yeah.
What else you got, Foo?
Shit, I think that's
Other than that fly ass box.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it. I mean,
Did he send you any hot sauce?
no, so that's I felt like there was going to be hot sauce in there as well, or just hot sauce. But seeing as how it had to be
That probably would have gotten flagged.
maybe
Mm.
the toilet after the fact, maybe.
That definitely would have gotten
Shit.
flagged.
Shit.
Hazmat,
Your ass
like
would have gotten flagged
Cher-
with the fucking
Cher-
weapons of mass
Chernobyl.
destruction.
Chernobyl. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Did you guys see the new? I'm sorry, Ahmed. I know why you've been taking so long.
I'm
We keep interrupting you. But did you guys know that Chubby Gorilla or whoever it is has been okay? So are those the bottles that we use?
The new ones, yeah.
Okay. Did you see that they're going through a redesign for a new unicorn? I almost said urinal bottles. No,
New
unicorn bottles.
urinal cakes.
Yeah, they're like this. Like I'm like, what? Why? You guys cannot. That's not a freaking unicorn. By the way, whoever got that up there is my hero. Let's enhance. Enhance. Yes. Some of this and some of that.
What? It's plankton.
No.
You know, it's plankton
Wait.
standing on top of a trap.
What about a fucking zebra stripe donger? That would be a hit.
Yo, don't
Like,
they have that? Yo, isn't that? Are you talking
fucking-
about Avatar?
No. Sean. No, not you. You're not next yet.
Mm-mm. It's me.
Mario.
It's me.
Wait. Christ, I thought you were going to pivot to Trump.
So I have to say thank you very much to AA Ron, who is a gentleman who also moderates the Limelights Forum. I think against
L. Ron Hubbard.
He said recently that he there's a particular addy that's bottom fed that he likes better than the Narda. Better than the Narda, I say? Yes, better than the Narda. So he and I talked about it, and he wanted to send me his so I could look at it. And I just want to say thank you before I say anything else. I will say a couple things about this thing. First of all, it's called the Floud, and I want to show you the box that it comes in. I'm gonna zoom it up a little bit, so you can see this thing. So it comes in a little box, and it's got a little thing in that. And I'm gonna let you try to read that.
Angsty, I hope it didn't flounder.
A combination words of flavor plus cloud. You can use it to describe a good fucking.
So that's what I was going to ask the hooligans that are watching this. What the hell is marked out there?
It's not
ACHING. There you go. Aching.
Vaping is the right length. Fucking is not.
Aching.
It's weird. It's just it's a weird thing to say. I don't really understand it. Anyway, the box.
Actually, hang on. Put it back up.
Hishimi Wombo.
I think it means a good asterisk G.
Asterisk.
Well, that's the thing. Is if
What
it
else?
was vaping, why would they bleep it out? It's just weird.
Hey, actually, Vooping works in there too, right?
Nope. Too many letters.
I feel like they did it specifically so that we would have this conversation.
Yeah, I guess. So
Yeah,
you send this
we just
along,
lost
it
again.
comes with some spares and whatever, and it came with a drip tip. It's kind of interesting that they send a couple of pictures with a single and dual coil because, and the reason they send that is because the build deck, well, it's a little bit weird. So I'll show you the one that I've been running since we're zoomed up here. It's got 4 posts, two positives and 2 negatives built into the side of the Addy, which is unusual. Not terribly weird. It does have a raised squonking pin, which is nice because it leaves a little bit of e-liquid there in the deck.
Nice.
So that's kind of cool. But the thing, so that's a little wacky. And the other thing that's wacky that is going to be really hard to show you, but I'm going to try. Can't get the fucking top cap off. Shit.
Oh, well, hey, while you're doing that, did you see that that the guys from Coilmaster released a new kit? Hello?
With the what? With the
Yeah, here's a picture of the new kit from Coilmaster. It's got everything you need in it.
I was gonna say they're like Gucci Mane when it comes to putting out coil kits.
dude,
Yo,
that is a
they even got
badass. Holy, look how old school as shit that is. I love it.
Here, I'll go from up here so you can jizz all over it. Look at that.
Yeah.
Looks like looks like a Carcass album cover.
So my grandfather was a woodworker by trade,
Look at that.
and he's
Even-
my
even
dad's
got the coil jig.
My dad's got some tools that are nowhere close to that cool, but I mean the tools are of a similar era. That is super cool. Look how tight that is.
I'll send you a pic.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And
So
we
I wanted to show you this top cap because the top cap is weird. it's a normal sort of 3-piece cap. I'm just cleaning. I'm wiping out the e-liquid so I don't drip it all over the place. So it's a normal sort of 3-piece cap, right? It's got a little top bit that you can pull out, but it's really hard to pull out. I'm gonna blame that on O-rings and just the fact that it's not new.
Yeah,
but
blame it on the O-rings.
Here's the funny thing, right? So I'm gonna show you this the airflow slot, and I'm gonna tilt it down so you can see where it comes out, right? So you see the slot down there at the bottom where the air comes out?
Not really. There we go. Now it's there.
Okay. So I'm gonna keep this straight at you and rotate down. And you see how it's now off. Ooh. Oh God, that's hard to do. Here, I'll do it this way.
Lord Jesus.
That's
Right there.
That's better. So do you see how it's offset? It's not straight up and down. It's actually off to the left a little bit. There, like that. So this is straight, and when it comes over here, it's kicked off to this side, right? It's not straight. So the idea is this is thick enough to where it comes in and it swirls. It gives the swirly actions inside. That's what they were trying to do, I think, is the idea, right? I mean, the air comes in kind of at an angle, and in theory, it kind of swirls around. But the thing is, it's made for the coil to go in the middle, and so the air never really directly hits. It kind of
They worship the coil.
Yeah. So the first thing I built and I put in this was get pissed because I wanted a squonker that was running pissed, and I was putting this on my on my Evo, which is had pissed on it. So that's what I wanted to run here, and I did not think it vaped well. Like I was actually really pretty disappointed with it, and I think the reason is because the coil itself got a little hot. Because it never, the air is never hitting it; it's swirling, and with a lighter, fruity kind of thing like the margarita is, it wasn't good. And I tried. I prepped probably 4 builds in it of various, number of coils and heights. So I was trying to figure out, where it should hit, and I just wasn't very happy with it at all. and while doing so, and taking off the Addy and washing it and stuff, I was never able to get it screwed on flush, and in the process of trying to get it screwed on flush, look at that gap. Ooh, see that? There it is, right there. Yeah. My face on it. Oof. So and this has got a fully adjustable 510, right? So while I was jacking with the pin, and then I took the pin out and messing with the pin underneath it, trying to get the enough room so that it was screwed down. I eventually got the thing bottomed out, the inside bottom screw bottomed down the bottom, and then screwed this thing back down the top. And when I did that, actually, the positive ring, the threaded positive ring off this 510 came off, and it was a big nightmare. And I had to try to get this thing. Anyway, I almost broke my Evo trying to get this thing screwed on flush, and it won't. I don't think it actually, and I don't think it's necessarily very long. I just think there's something funny with the threads of this mod and this Addy, and it didn't really work. But all that said, I did eventually take it out, totally wash it out, and put rail cracker in it because I figured, well, if it's not getting direct air, it's getting too warm. Maybe I'll put something in there that likes a little bit of a warmer vape. So I put rail cracker in here, and then what I had done is I realized that I had a cappy sitting off to the side here that I had rail cracker in. So I put that in there as vaping. I was like, man, this thing, it's just kind of crappy. I'm missing the punch from rail cracker. And as I was vaping about
rail crapper,
huh?
Ha, rail crapper.
Rail crapper. I got about halfway through the bottle until I realized that bottle's been sitting there for a while because I've been running piston this. And I was like, okay, well, maybe that juice is just bad. So I just direct dripped some rail cracker. I was like, oh, there it is. There's the flavor I was missing. So it was actually really good. That was not the Addy's fault. That was my bad. So I spent like half a day, thinking this thing is kind of crappy because of my screw up. So anyway, so I put fresh rail cracker in there. It's actually really, really good. But because of the gap, and because I don't think it's quite as good, I still don't like it as much as a Narda. But what I will say is it is a very good atomizer, and I would say quite above average. The airflow is a little weird. It's definitely a restricted lung, wide open. But it just feels weird, and I have to attribute that to the angle. And I don't know if the cyclone effect or whatever is doing anything there. I have no idea. But what I do know is it's not hitting the coil directly. I do know that much because it doesn't taste like it is. And it feels a little turbulent as you're vaping in. It's not bad, but I would say it's really good. I would say this is at least as good as the Hadley. It's an interesting flavor-wise. It's an interesting build. It's really easy to build too. Those screws, even though they're just regular screw heads, the wire, even 27 gauge, gets trapped on there really easily. I haven't put a thin Clapton here or anything thicker than that, like a 24 or 26 or whatever in there. I have not tried that yet, but probably should. But anyway, thank you to Aaron for sending this over. I appreciate it. I'll be sending it back soon. I'll probably put another build or two in there and then shoot it back out at you. So there's that. This last week, so I am, as most people are in here and probably watching this, I'm a bit of a geek. And one of the places that I do in general like to get some news, and I don't mind reading the site, is The Verge. And, some of their stuff is biased and some of their stuff is whatever, but that's the case with pretty much everything that you read on there. And usually the writing is half decent there. And I do like the way they set up their site originally. Now it's a little messy, a little cluttery these days, but it's a nice looking website. Anyway, the editor there, the now editor there, Nilay Patel. He put out a thing on vaping, and it was like a whole video of how, and it was basically like bog standard, grabbed off of your local news garbage about vaping, about how it's probably going to kill him. He even said something like that in there, because apparently he does vape, because I know he smoked before, and now he's vaping on a Juul or whatever. Anyway, the whole thing is kind of garbage. It was really disappointing to see the lack of depth that he went into the video. I'm going to link a video here, and Massey, put on your mask.
Oh, yep, you got it. There we go. Done.
There he is. So that guy, our friend Matt, did put out a video, basically a reaction kind of video, and you don't actually need to watch the one from The Verge, because Matt plays most of it intact throughout the video and then kind of reacts to it as he goes through. He did a pretty good job on that. He didn't butcher it up and make him say things he didn't say and stuff like that, because Matt wouldn't do that anyway. But Matt pretty much replied how most of us hobbyists would probably reply. So I linked Matt's video there in chat.
Go watch it.
Yeah, go watch it. It's good. It's
there
good.
You go.
You remember last week we talked about those squonking bottles, and the couple new ones that are coming out. So something that Sean and I talked about, and we were talking to, I think we're talking to Vanis about this. We were talking to Vanis, because one of the things that I didn't like about the silk bottles, and they're not here yet, but because we're just now running a group buy in SP, but one of the things I didn't like about it was it said it was 6.8 mil, right? So the bottles are smaller. That was kind of a bummer, because the old super softs, where's one with the there? Yeah, the old super softs like this, which are no longer super soft really, and the Cappy bottles, the nice silicone ones that we've been using for a while. These guys are all 8.5, right? This has been the standard for a long time. So when we were talking about that, and I said I didn't really like that, he goes, well, he said, I wouldn't put too much stock in how much those other bottles hold. And I was like, oh, really? Never even thought to look. So I do have a 1 milliliter syringe. So I did a little super basic science, not really science. It was just, I just measured some shit.
Science.
So I took our, Sean and my favorite bottle, which is the V4 Cappies from Sunbox, and I filled it up. You see this? Is this coming through?
Looks like a shotgun cartridge filled with piss.
Yeah.
It's a Cappy V4 with the lid off. So can you see the fact that, I don't know, you probably can't see my mouse cursor, but you can see the threads on the side, right? And the threads on the side, about one thread down is where that meniscus of the juice is, right? It is slap full to the top. Now, if you put the lid down, that lid goes all the way down. The cap goes down until, and it seals down there at the the more narrow silicone bit there.
Yes.
So clearly that will not fit in a silicone bottle. Plus the tube, right, is going to displace some e-liquid too, right? That won't fit. You want to guess how much liquid that is?
8.5 milliliter.
7.
Is that really 7?
Oh, shit.
So I was like, well, shit, maybe I just don't remember. So I took a super soft, right, and filled the super soft all the way to the neck. And this, again, when you put a tube in it, would not seal without pissing liquid everywhere, right?
Right.
7 milliliters.
No shit.
No shit. So I am not going to sit here and insist and promise that that my shitty little 1 milliliter syringe is perfectly accurate. But what I will tell you is I did that several times. I sucked the liquid back out, counted back into the big bottle, sucked it out of the big bottle, put it in the little bottle, and did it over and over again. And it seems to be pretty damn accurate. And it's nowhere close to 8.5 mil. I'll put it that way.
Wham.
And the silk is supposed to be 6.8, which is probably about accurate to what any of these other ones can hold.
That's what I mean. So maybe, right? We don't know that yet because maybe the silk is overestimating its own shit and it's only going to hold 5.5 or something, right?
So I want to know why
Let's
you're
see.
talking about this gross misrepresentation of Swank bottles. This is an outrage.
Wham.
I'm fucking outraged.
It should be an outrage. That's why I thought it was.
Did you just assume my capacity?
I did.
Totally assumed this capacity. No, you know what? I didn't assume because it's written all over the place. They say this is an 8.5 milliliter bottle, and it is patently untrue.
I am outraged right now.
You should be. I agree, and that's why I didn't. I actually didn't even occur to me when we were planning to mention it because it didn't even occur to me until today to actually do anything about it. Like we'd had that conversation with Vanis, and all of a sudden today I was like, you know what?
You need to post it in Squawker's Paradise.
That's not a bad idea. I may do that. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. I just thought I'd share that with you. So it's kind of like a correction, so to speak, of last week. And honestly, forever we've been talking about the 8.5 milliliter bottles. Apparently, that's a load of horse shit. Massey, got a horse shit?
Yes.
Horse shit.
I have it somewhere.
I'm very angry about this. I feel like I've been lied to.
While Massey looks for that, I am going to say that it's kind of an interesting thing because if that's true, then every now and then I kind of wonder how much I vape because people ask, right? And recently somebody asked me how much I vape, and I'm like, well, sometimes I have to refill my bottle.
Horse shit. There you go.
So every now and then I have to refill my bottle once or even twice a day. Starting from whatever I had left over from yesterday. And I was like, fuck, I'm vaping a lot of e-liquid. If I have to fill it up twice,
Yeah,
but that's a
like
significant.
24 milliliter, give or
What's
take.
that?
That's like 24 milliliter.
If I have to refill it twice?
Yeah.
Well, before it would have been 17 mil, right? Roughly.
Well, 8, 16, 24.
Well, but it didn't start from full, right? That's what I'm saying. It started with an amount from last night. I would fill it up with 8.5 ostensibly, and then vape that down, fill it with 8.5, and then it would be something left over from for the next day. So in theory, it could be up to 17 mil a day, just out of the squonker.
We make a giveaway
It
out
could
of
be
this.
as little as like 10 or 11 or 12 or something.
Yeah.
We should make a math problem out of this.
I mean, I don't usually refill mine till it's physically until it's as empty as possible.
I usually do that too, unless I'm leaving the office. I'm gonna go watch TV with my wife or whatever. Then no matter how much is in there, I'll just fill it up.
But I was under the general assumption that I was at 16 to 20, and realistically, I might only be at 10 to 14.
10 to 14 or something. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, I just thought that was an interesting data point. I wanted to bring it up just so you people know. We talked about that. There is one last thing I wanted to say. I got an email today from Casa, speaking of vaping advocate stuff. If you are watching this, and if you are in Tejas, the best state, there's a call to action from Casa. I'm going to post the link in chat right now. And what it is a 21 and over restriction that's trying to go up right now. That's going to be voted on. So there's a call to action to Casa. And even if you don't feel like looking for the link here that I just pasted, just go to casa.org. Calls to action, and it's the top one because it's the most recent one. The whole 21 and over thing doesn't chat my ass as much about as of a lot of other things like the flavor bans and bullshit like that. But still, it's still bizarre to me that they'd restrict, to something like this as harm reduction when you've got 18-year-olds buying cigarettes that they perfectly know well that kill you. So that disparity is always weird to me. So not to mention it's always the whole slippery slope thing, and I want to stop things that are unreasonable before they get out of hand. So there's that, and I think that wraps it up for me. Sean, you ready to say pass?
I'm outraged about squonking bottles. Outraged, I tell you.
Old man shakes fist at cloud.
I beat Breath of the Wild last week.
Word?
I did that. That was cool. I enjoyed that. That was that game is an experience. When Mast was giving me shit about not paying attention, I was actually reading about somebody who just speed ran the game in 49 minutes and 43 seconds.
Holy shit.
Ooh, what else?
Which is absolutely possible. Like, you can go from the very beginning of that game, do the tutorial, and go right to the last boss if you want. But once we wrap up, I'm totally gonna watch that, because at that level of the game, if you're like at starting area, everything basically kills you if it touches you.
Right.
So the carpet is lava.
I think it's going to be really interesting because I mean the level of skill required to not get hit one time throughout the entire game has got to be pretty astronomical.
Sure.
It's time.
Yes, but yeah, that was a good game. I would probably put that like as one of the better games that I've ever played.
Is that right?
Frustrations aside, like the breaking weapons aside,
yeah,
like it was a really good experience for as long as I played it. And I've still gone back and like just kind of casually explored a little bit. But I feel like I've done most of the things that are really cool now, and now it's starting to kind of lose its taste, so to speak. Now that I've got the whole map opened up and I found all the really cool stuff, like it's losing its taste a little bit, but I got a good like 50 hours out of it.
Well, that's crazy.
Which is a lot of time. That's
a lot of time for a game.
So, like, I have no real complaints. Like, that's money well spent,
Yes. No, absolutely. I mean, I've paid $60 for games that I beat much more quickly than that. That I didn't enjoy that much. So,
if I had like the Switch, and if I was playing it on the Switch, I'd probably get a lot more time out of it.
Sure, because you just carry it around and do whatever.
Well, I'd carry it around, and I'd just kind of casually explore. Like right now, to casually explore, I have to go to my couch, and like it's an event. Whereas it wouldn't be an event if it was handheld. But yeah, I don't really have any vaping stuff. I've been busy. I was gone over the weekend doing stuff, and I'm working on projects that have nothing to do with vaping that are occupying all my time. So, Mast.
But you vape while you work on projects, right?
I do.
You have other stuff to talk about.
I don't.
The green headless. Yes,
I already
you
did that. No, I already did that while you dropped off.
Oh. I wasn't gone for that long.
Look how disappointed he is.
You were gone long enough for me to do it, and I even said while you were gone, I'm so happy that he dropped off for this, because whatever joke he had queued up is now lost.
Do it anyway, Master.
You know that getting you back is even worse when you pull this shit, Sean.
You said talk about it. I said okay. I went and got it. Came.
No.
Stop fighting.
Thank you.
You were gone.
Thank you.
Here, it's right here, Matt.
No, I don't care. I don't care anymore.
You should have waited.
Let's see. Before we talk about Mooch, and we're actually not talking. People in chat were like, "Ooh, what about Mooch?" No, we're not talking about Mooch. We're talking about something Mooch posted. So one of the things I wanted to show was, and every time we show these videos, people are like, "Oh, you should show it," or "No, you shouldn't." Anyways, it's been all over the news. This is an e-cig exploding in an employee's pocket in a New York wine store. Okay.
Oh, he's one of these people.
Yeah, I don't know if Ahmed has seen it yet, but let's go ahead and.
Oh yeah, this one I did see. Yeah, this one's great. Dude,
yeah, here we go. This is like firecrackers on the 4th of July. Here we go. Ooh, get the water. Here we go.
What's the tip go? Woo woo. Yo, he should be up cooking breakfast.
Ooh.
That takes me back to that parody of the fireworks song that's about sex.
Yeah, so let's see. and right there, and then all of a sudden, point of impact. Like,
Sprinklers coming
look,
from the-
everybody's face is like, what? Yeehaw. I mean, holy smokes. Now, so everybody sees that, and before everybody gets all carried away, let's check out the contents of his pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I see more than I see close to 4 batteries, 4 to 5 batteries, and what looks like a rouleau.
Three
So yeah,
battery
you see 3 batteries that.
Well, no, there's 4. There's one up top, then the brown one, then the other one. That's 3, and then look
I
a
see
little
5
left.
batteries.
Yeah,
so
there are 5 batteries, right?
Yeah.
The 2
Five-
brown
five-
ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and there's also loose change mixed with paper. So make sure you check the shit before you talk about this video or show this video or whatever. Because the first thing that this is going to be blamed on is on the e-cig itself. But I can tell you that that lid is metal. And that mod is metal. So mix the change in with those batteries in there, and that is disaster waiting to happen. Even just putting the mod in your pocket without the lid, if that was the case.
If the lid comes loose and that change touches, because the contacts are very close.
Yeah. Yep. Very close. And if even if you have that in your pocket with change, guess what? That lid, either slides off or something like that. And I don't know how easily those lids come off, because I think one it has one magnet and the other one has 2 down towards the bottom. But dude, if one of those things just shifts just right and with a piece of change gets stuck in there, it is boom boom time.
Pop
And
goes,
I think that's the way.
weasel goes pop.
I think. Yeah, and I think that's what it was. So, anyways, leading into Mooch posting this new chart, and I'm going to zoom in so we could see it better here. So I'm going to zoom it in. It's almost full screen there to the one side, and this is basically the latest updated chart, which was updated on 3/27, so today. And this is from the latest blog post on the ECF page. I'm going to link in the chat directly to the image, and I'm also going to link to the ECF post, and that's all in chat. And as you can see in this image, you have red and the yellow and the green. So the red is basically the max safe rating. The orange is the max vaping amps rating. And the green is the true continual discharge rating, which is the CDR. Now, Mooch goes into very excellent detail on his posts about this stuff. And these are all 1800 mAh battery ratings. Now, most people are probably thinking, "Oh, why is this important?" Why did you go from 18650s and cylinder batteries to lipos? Well, and Mooch can correct me if I'm wrong, but lipos are way more dangerous, and they're more dangerous when improperly used. Anything has potential to hurt you. But a lot of these batteries, when people say lipos when it comes to vaping, is they think, yo, this is balls to the walls. For example, the manufacturer's amp stated rating. Okay, here's a great example of this Trinergy Nanotech. Okay, and we can zoom in so we can see it better. It's the one right down below. Basically, manufacturer's mAh is at 1800. His mAh rating was at 1800, and that one has a 45 amp to 90 amp rating from the manufacturer. Okay. The true discharge rating from him was 20 amps. The max vaping rating is 50 amps. The max safe is 50 amps. So, people see that and they say, "Oh, I can hit this bitch with 90 amps." And that is, that's
Wrong.
I think the reason that these are even more dangerous, and I don't know if Mooch has talked about this, but because they have a label that gives you that manufacturer's rating of the amperage rating on the batteries, where a lot of the 18650s don't have that, so people see the 18650s, and some people might say that's a bad thing that the 18650s don't have it, but guess what? A lot of them put fake numbers on there anyways. So a lot of these batteries that you're getting that say 60 amps on them or
Battery
90 amps or something like that, yeah, fake battery news. So this is a great chart. I'll scroll down a little bit here so we can get the rest of the numbers. And, as Mooch has here highlighted in red, Lipos use the most volatile of the ion battery chemistries and can cause extreme injury if abused. Never use a Lipo unless the cells, wraps, and wire and connector are in perfect condition. Never exceed the CDR of the Lipo unless you accept the risk involved. You're responsible for your own safety and be careful. So if you guys want to see what some of these Lipos will do, and if you did not take care of your 18650s before when you were charging them, or just overall for the battery, we've seen the horrors of the battery wraps. You have to triple the care that you take of Lipos. Their wraps, the wiring, when you're charging them, all of that. So it's really good that he's going through and putting these numbers out, because this is going to be a new wake-up call. And I think part of it is because a lot of these PWM devices that are coming out utilize the power of the Lipos in the smaller package, because if not, you'd have to have, triple and even some quadruple 18650 boxes to be able to get power that these PWM chips are using. So, and I should say voltage too. So keep in mind, these are all ratings done by Mooch, and, basically read through all the information that he has. You're gonna get a lot of people in the RC field saying, "Oh, I got this out of it, that out of it, and I put him through more." Yeah, well, that's fine, but your fucking RC car or plane was half a mile away when the damn battery done blown up, not right in your face. So there you go. Don't abuse your Lipo batteries. Check the ratings. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so we can cover the whole thing. And he has down below, he's got the description of what some of his definitions are. For example, for IR and MOHMs and manufacturer CDR and all that information. So there you go. Check that out. I put the links in chat, and they'll be in the YouTube description. You can also find, I'll also take the link from tasteyourjuice.com/WordPress/archives is where this post was made. And really the headline of this was this Turnigy A-Spec 65C battery, which is a 3S Lipo pack, bench tested at only 11 to 19C, which is way off. That's 117 amps is what 65C works out to be. Okay, way off. To when he tested it at that sucker dropped down to 8 volts in instant. So check that out. I see a bad trend coming with these people that are just saying, "Oh, this is a 65C battery. We can push it. The most I'm going to be pulling from it is 100 amps or some shit." So there you go. I can just imagine people carrying these in their pockets, and even, mind you, even people who use these all the time in the RC field will have caps for the connectors, even though the connectors don't have exposed metal prongs. So just in case, you know, they throw it in a backpack or something, and a pen or something makes contact with both, real careful with the shit. You can go on YouTube and see the videos of lipo bag tests when they're charging lipos. So, you know, heed the warning. Mooch is not playing around. So, and it's actually kind of good that these are starting to come up, because it's been a while. He's been doing lipo testing for some time. So thanks again, Mooch. Appreciate everything that you're doing. So, and Mooch, if you want to type in chat so we can also update the video description. I don't know if you're still taking any donations or anything like that. I know you had a I don't know if you have a Patreon, or if you have if you still have a GoFundMe or PayPal or whatever. So please post on in chat, and you know, we'll get that up there, because that's something. You know, people love giving to advocacy and all this other stuff, and I'm not saying that's wrong or that you shouldn't do it, but I have a sneaky suspicion that whether people want to admit it or not, Mooch has probably saved their asses a few times by you know, doing some serious testing. So and Mooch said he still has PayPal. If you want to put the address, if not, you can PM me it or whatever, and I'll make sure that that's out there, because you know, we want this testing to continue. So, and let's see, what else do I have? Do I have anything else? Covered that. Oh, I wanted to show this picture. And this was posted. Let me pull it up. I'm going to pull the name of the user that posted this picture. I thought it was really cool. This was in what kind of addy was this? Trying to find a post. Maybe if somebody knows what kind of addy this is, let me know in side chat. But I thought it was a really cool build on the Addy. Obviously, you got
sleeper build.
You got and the only thing is that I wonder how this thing vapes, because you have air coming in from the middle, not from the sides. Okay, because this is a tank, so you have a lot of coil on each side of the air hole, and really the only, you know, I think this was done more for, you know, hey, this is kind of what it looks like, but you know, I'm not sure. I don't know if there's airflow being directed towards those coils. I assume that the wicks are going straight down. But one of the things that it reminded me of was, let me see if I can pull up a picture. I thought it was pretty funny. Here we go. Was of this this picture right here that I'm going to pull up, which is Dolphin Stadium, and they're on ramps. People walk up and down on. That's nice. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, that looks like that. Shit. So, anyways, but yeah, and I think that's all that I have for tonight. There you go. Oh, and also Mooch, for those of you watching online, Mooch put up the PayPal link. It's paypal.me/battery mooch. There you go. So
you should consider a Patreon.
Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
See his nudes.
A cool way to go about what he's doing and funding his research. Just
that
a,
would,
just
and
Mooch.
Yeah, Mooch, you should look into that. And also, you know, with the Patreon, he can do, you know, giveaways and stuff like that. You know, give away some maybe we can get in touch with some of these people making some of these resin mods, and maybe he can encase some blown up batteries or tested batteries in resin and put some zebra stripes on them. So who knows?
So he could power the mods off the shorted batteries that are encased in the resin. Be like, it's all cool, guys.
There you go. Yeah. So Mooch says he is looking in the Patreon. So there you go. Thanks for all that, Mooch. And that's it. That's all I got.
Cool. I think that's it then.
Yeah, thanks so too. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Thanks for coming out, everybody.
See ya.
Yeah.
See you next week, you filthy animals.
Oh yeah.
Let's go over here. Just you and me.